Hello, my Leo family. This is Barb at Mystic Door Tarot. And before we get started, I am excited to be using the new Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. Now, I pre-ordered this deck back in June, and it arrived in time for the October readings. Now, Minerva, Siegel, and Abigail Larson are the two women responsible for this fun deck. And also returning this year is my Santa Muerte tarot deck, being used for the clarifying cards. Now, the other announcement is that my weekly readings are still available, but as one-on-one spiritual guidance through my new Mystic Door Tarot monthly membership. Limited availability, and this is for month-to-month membership. So if you're interested, please email me for more details as it will be closing soon. So this is your monthly reading for you, Leo, for October 2020. And thank you for joining me today. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. And please subscribe and join me each and every day for my quick glance daily readings. Now, always a reminder, these are very general readings. For a personal reading, click on my website link below. And I can use either deck for your reading. Now, this reading consists of each week of the month and then a clarifying card for each week. And I've pulled an Angel Answer Oracle card as well. So let's get started and see what the cards are indicating for you this month. Now, your first week, Leo, you have the 8 of Needles. How fun. There's Sally sewing herself back together. This is better known as the 8 of Swords. Now for your second week, the major arcana card, the Hanged Man, and there is poor Santa, Santa Claus as he's called. Your third week, the major arcana card, the Sun. And your last week of October, the 8 of Candles, better known as the 8 of Wands. Oops. And then your Angel Answer card, get more information. Okay. All right, Leo. So going back to your first card and your first week of October, the 8 of Needles. Or Swords. This is a week where you're going to feel like you're restricted, you're trapped. And one of the most important things is many of you could be disconnected from spirit. And in this unique deck, this is indicating that life seems to be unraveling at the seams. But remember, you have the power to free yourself of what's holding you back and stitch yourself back together again. So it looks like in your first week, Leo, that you're going to have your mental energies just in overdrive. Some of you are going to be overthinking whatever you're involved with this week. You're going to have that feeling of being restricted or held back and maybe thinking that you don't have any options available to you. And that could have a lot to do with circumstances surrounding you right now and also by other people's opinions of you. So what you need to do, Leo, is ask yourself, what do you get out of remaining in this stuck mode? And instead, what would you gain by moving forward? And since the 8 of Swords is all about your thought process, your mental energies, and your communication, sometimes all that's needed to get unstuck is the ability to think in a new way. Now, for some Leos, This card is turning up because this is simply self-imposed limitations. This is what I was saying before. Your mental energies are in overdrive, and you're making this into something more than it needs to be. Now, how you use your mind, Leo, is your choice. You can use your thoughts to keep yourself trapped, or you can use them to cut through any restrictions or limitations. The sword energy at times can be a double-edged sword. The energy of the swords can be destructive, but can also help clean out the clutter. So this first week, Leo, try to avoid being an inner critic. Don't be so hard on yourself, or possibly having victim mentality. That's not you, Leo. And the number 8 energy of this card is one of influence. So the sword's energy can help you or hurt you. It's your choice, Leo. Now let's take a look at what your clarifying card to see maybe what this is in regards to. And it is the major arcana card, Temperance. So this is something new that you're integrating into your life. So it can certainly feel uncomfortable and having your mental energies thinking in overdrive. The Temperance card is indicating that there is change happening with you this week, Leo. And this is kind of a time of adjustment for you. There could be 2 or several or more things coming together to create something new. Now, Temperance could be showing up indicating that you may be integrating your life with someone else's. You could be integrating your work and your home life at this time. Or for some of you, you're integrating or reconnecting with spirit and establishing it in your everyday life. Whatever it is this week, Leo, find your balance before moving forward. And that is what the Temperance card is trying to help you with. If you're working on something, whether it be a project, a relationship, something for your future, just step back and look at the results at this time. And maybe change something and see what happens. And then just review it again. Now the Temperance card showing up is indicating a compromise might be necessary. Especially so if this is in regards to another person. And the number 14 of this card reduces to number 5. And the number 5 energy is indicating an initial struggle on a new path. And 5 is the number of the throat chakra, which is concerned with your communication, Leo. And what I feel most for this week, Leo, is that you're making mountains out of molehills. So for this first week, I would be careful with your communication and maybe keep your thoughts to yourself and to a minimum. Now moving into your second week, Leo, you have the major arcana card, the Hanged Man. Oh, this deck is so fun. Now this is indicating change or the need to have change. And the Hangman card is pausing, it's waiting. And as we see here on the card, suspension, just hanging out. This is time to view things in a new perspective. Now for some Leos, the Hangman can be showing up as there might be unexpected delays in whatever you're doing this week. And this in itself is causing you to shift your perspective. The Hanged Man card is reminding you, Leo, that life can be very unpredictable and your circumstances can change very quickly. It's very easy to get caught up in your plans and goals and thinking about the future. And with your 8 of Needles card, you're possibly pushing your mental energies into overdrive needlessly. So the Hangman card is showing up to remind you it's important to just hang out, pause, focus on present times, appreciate where you're at and who you're with in this present time. So this second week in October, Leo, is just a time of having patience, just kind of surrender, trying to control everything. Just try to relax and make peace with anything that's uncertain at this time. I know, can be difficult for Leo. This week, it's time to just kind of observe your environment, your situation from a new perspective. Maybe possibly review what has happened before and really look at the possible blessings that might have come out of any kind of hardship. Now, the Hangman card also is a reminder to get in touch with the spiritual aspects of yourself. And for some Leos, your first week is all about disconnection from spirit. And the Hanged Man card is associated with the seventh chakra. That's the top of your head, and that's your connection with the divine. So this card is showing up to give you clarity about what you were thinking so much about in your first week. And the number 12 of the Hangman card reduces to number 3. So you're talking about something new that is being integrated into your life here in your first week. And this energy, number 3 energy, is two things coming together to become something more. Now let's take a look at your clarifying card to see maybe what this is in regards to. The Major Arcana card, the Lovers. So the first message coming through when the Lovers card shows up is your relationship with spirit, that you're coming back to your higher self this week, Leo. The Lovers card is indicating a choice in regards to relationships, and that's also got to do with your spiritual relationship and your co-partnership with the divine. That's spirit, source energy, whatever name for your one consciousness. So with the Lovers card, this can be indicating a decision that you need to make that's going to affect current relationships in your life. This card here is indicating about making choices and reminding you, Leo, that once you choose one path, another could be sacrificed. So Leo, in your second week here, you might be hesitating in making some decisions as it will affect possible relationships in your life. And the number 6 energy of the Lovers card is all about trying to keep that harmony and balance. But the important thing here, Leo, is number 6 is the number of the third eye chakra. So once again, this card is pointing you towards connection with spirit and trusting in your intuition during this second week. Now moving into your third week, Leo, you have another Major Arcana card, the Sun, and I love this card. This deck is so fun. Jack is literally lighting himself up. And this excitement and renewed energy in this card is indicating the joy that Jack experiences when he discovers Christmastown. And this perfectly illustrates the energy of the Sun card. This is a card of reaching success and just feeling fulfilled. So possibly the overthinking of your first week and then the pausing and contemplating decisions that have to be made get you to your third week with the Sun card. So your third week, Leo, is indicating that if you've been having a hard time lately, you're about to feel a very positive shift in your life. This is a very invigorating and rejuvenating energy to reconnect with good friends and enjoy yourself. There's a lot of enthusiastic energy connected with this card, Leo. This is a lot of creative energy. So there could be some pretty powerful brainstorming sessions that are going to be inspired during this week here. The Sun card also indicates personal growth for you, Leo. This is a card of light, which indicates this is the time to reveal everything. You're going to benefit by sharing your true feelings and thoughts, and you'll have greater clarity and understanding during this week here, Leo. This is absolutely a card telling you It's time to celebrate your accomplishments, your achievements, your gifts, your talents, and share them with the world. Don't be afraid to shine this week, Leo. Do what makes you feel excited inside, and then be your authentic self. And if there was something you're wondering about, this as an outcome card is saying yes, Leo, big time. Now, the number 19 of the Sun card reduces to number 10. So any of that energy where you were feeling uncertain will disappear by this third week. And then the 10 reduces down to number 1, and that's the potential for new growth. That's your starting point, your root chakra, your foundation to begin building. A very positive energy for your third week, Leo. Now, we don't really need to, but let's take a look at your clarifying card to see possibly what this is in regards to. The King of Swords. This is the energy of cutting through all the information to get to the truth, Leo. And this is what your month of October started with. An energy of possibly feeling trapped and uncertain. And here in your third week is where you're going to figure things out and get to the truth. Because the King of Swords is an individual that's very authoritative, very commanding. And it's also all about total rational thinking. It's the sword energy again, but not like your Eight of Swords energy over here. This is positive control over your mental energies. And as an individual, the King of Swords might show up during the third week. This could possibly be an air sign, possibly an Aquarian. And this would be an individual that could be an excellent observer and offer an objective perspective in a possible confusing situation. Because the King of Swords just cuts through and gets down to the truth of the matter at hand. This is someone who's a direct communicator as well as being an absolute professional. So for some Leos, what I'm picking up, this definitely could be in regards to a court case, a legal matter, and this is your attorney. But whether this is the energy of the King of Swords or an actual individual that's going to come in and give you some advice and clear things up for you during this week. And your result this third week here is feeling like you're on top of the world with the Sun card. Now, moving into your last week, Leo, you have the Eight of Candles, which is better known as the Eight of Wands. And the first message with this card is full steam ahead. Absolutely, whatever it is you want to do for your future, just go for it. Whether it's your job, relationships, whatever you're involved with, the Eight of Candles or Wands is an indication to just move forward with it. And with this card showing up, it's indicating that things are changing quickly. You're feeling very adventurous, very imaginative, very inventive. And for some Leos, you're really heading into a fast-paced time in your life. Use this fresh, inspired energy to transform the ordinary into something spectacular. I'm picking that up for some of you. And in this deck, the wands are represented by candles. So we can't actually see the direction of the wands, as that is important and could change the meaning of your reading of this card. But since this Eight of Wands is represented as candles, this is something that you're truly going to be fired up about. This is setting things in motions, and this is very intense and fiery energy, very exciting. And anything that might have been slowing up progress, possible delays, is now just gone. It's resolved. So with this type of energy in your last week, Leo, make sure you realize what this energy is all about so that you're well aware of the direction that you're going. Now, for some Leos, the Eight of Candles can be showing up in regards to a relationship, possible romance. This is an energy of love at first sight and just being swept off your feet. This card is Sagittarius and the planet Mercury. So possibly a message might be coming in, and for some Leos, there might be travel involved. So let's take a look at your clarifying card to see maybe what this is in regards to. You have the Page of Wands, and isn't he fun sitting on a swing? So definitely a message or some really exciting news is coming in your last week here. Now, one message in particular that's coming off of this clarifying card is, with this news, be more self-sufficient. Manage your own affairs by yourself. Do not count on others at this time. So, besides a message or news coming in, the Page of Wands can indicate a new idea, a new desire. You're going to feel inspired. You could be wanting a new identity, a new journey. So the Page of Wands energy is being ready to set off in a new direction. But make sure that you're taking care of all the plans yourself. It's an odd message, but do it yourself. Don't give your power to someone else is the best way I can describe it. And if you do have any new and inspiring ideas, don't be so quick to share them with others. You need to make it happen yourself, Leo. Now, let's take a look at your angel answer message first before we summarize your reading for the month. And your message is, get more information, which I think your reading has been leading up to. Your King of Swords here is the one that gets down to the truth of the matter at hand. So possibly the situation for this whole month of October is that you need to get more information in order to make the proper decision. Now, for some Leos, this is going to be in regards to your job. For others, it's going to be in regards to a relationship. And for others, your future. So the one person in your reading you're really going to benefit from is the King of Swords during your third week here. You're going to get some clarity. So there might be a friend or a family member who has some insight. And the Get More Information card might have you reaching out, possibly taking classes or a seminar, reading books to obtain further information, and of course, the internet. So your angel answer card is telling you to reach out, get more information in order that you can make a wise decision for this month. Now, to summarize your monthly reading, your first week here has you possibly feeling trapped. Your mental energies are in overdrive. You might be making something bigger than it needs to be. And your Temperance card is showing that you might be integrating something new into your life and you're feeling a bit uncomfortable. And the influence of that card is making you feel like a possible victim, that you don't have a say, you don't have an option. But going into your second week, you have the Hanged Man, where you're stopping, taking a look, and having a new perspective. And the Lover's card is indicating for some of you, you need to reconnect and co-partner with Spirit. For others, this can be in regards to choices or decisions that it's going to affect one or more of your relationships in your life. And your third week here, Leo, is your breakthrough week. The Sun card is feeling like you're on top of the world. You have success, your efforts are paying off. This is your time to shine in the third week. And you have the King of Swords to thank for getting to the bottom of things. Finding out and seeing things clearly now and making rational decisions. And your last week, the Eight of Candles or the Eight of Wands, something's coming in very quickly. This could be messages. This could be relationships heating up in more ways than one. And the Page of Wands is indicating some exciting news, messages coming in, news coming in. Very fiery energy in this last week. And your main message, angel answer card here for the month of October is about obtaining more information. Whether it's in regards to a job, a relationship, things that have to do with your future, getting more information is going to help you out during this whole month. Your month actually looks pretty good, Leo, with the exception of in the beginning, you're putting your mental energies into overdrive, and most likely needlessly. So my suggestion would be to calm your mind, start each day connecting to spirit. Meditate, relax before you do anything else. Start your day off with peace and tranquility to give you that spiritual energy that can help you get through each day. You have the number 8 energy of abundance as your bookends here for your first and your last week. And with 2 major arcana cards, one of reflection, the other one celebration right in the middle. Okay, Leo, your numerology for the month of October adds up to 47, which reduces to number 11, which is a master number. Master number 11 brings higher intuition and spiritual insight, sometimes almost supernatural abilities and increased sensitivity, as well as natural intelligence. And the number 11 is a sign of enormous power, both mental and physical. And this is your energy running through the month of October. Just a big indication, Leo, to be connected with spirit. Make sure that co-partnership you have with the divine is intact. And tap into it the first thing each day before you do anything else. Now, I leave you with the message of the cards, Leo, but it is all within your own hands. You decide your own destiny, Leo. Now, this general reading is just a snapshot to your energy this month, Leo. For an extended tarot card reading or information on my new monthly membership, click on my website link below. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe and help support my channel. Love and abundance to my Leo family.